In the main event of UFC 216, Tony Ferguson defeated Kevin Lee by submission via a triangle choke in the third round to become the interim UFC lightweight champion. There is only one fight that makes sense for Tony Ferguson. That fight is a title unification bout against the current UFC lightweight champion Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's last appearance inside the octagon was when he defeated Eddie Alvarez by TKO in the second round at UFC 205 to become the UFC lightweight champion. Since that time, Conor McGregor faced Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match where he would lose by TKO in the 10th round. If Conor McGregor decides to defend his title against Nate Diaz instead, a fight with number 1 ranked lightweight Khabib Nurmagomedov would be an interesting fight to see. Both Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov were scheduled to face each other at UFC 209, where Khabib fell ill on the day of the weigh-ins and the fight was cancelled. I believe the title unification bout will likely happen early next year, where it will be interesting to see how both fighters deal with each other's fighting style. With Kevin Lee losing to Tony Ferguson in the main event, the fight that makes the most sense for Kevin Lee is to face the loser of Eddie Alvarez versus Justin Gaethje, who will most likely face at UFC 218. Eddie Alvarez last fought Dustin Poirier at UFC 211, where the fight was ruled a no contest. Justin Gaethje last fought Michael Johnson at the Ultimate Fighter 25 finale, where he won the fight by TKO in the second round. I believe the loser of the fight, facing off against Kevin Lee later on next year, is the fight to make. In the co-main event, Demetrious Johnson defeated Ray Borg by submission in the 5th round to remain the UFC flyweight champion. There are a couple of fights that make sense for Demetrious Johnson. He could either face the winner of the UFC bantamweight title fight between Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw, who will face each other at UFC 217. Both bantamweights have expressed their desire to drop down to the flyweight division and fight Demetrious Johnson. Another option is to face the winner of the flyweight bout between Henry Cejudo versus Sergio Pettis, who are targeted to face each other at UFC 218. Both flyweights have looked great in their recent fights, and the winner of the fight deserves the next shot at Demetrious Johnson. For the rest of the main card, Fabricio Werdum defeated Walt Harris by submission via an armbar in the 1st round. The fight that makes the most sense for Fabricio Werdum is to face Derek Lewis again at a later date. On the day of the fight, Derek Lewis was forced to pull out due to a back injury. A fight with Derek Lewis is a great option for Fabricio Werdum. Another option is to face the winner of Mark Hunt versus Marcin Tybura, who will face each other at UFC Final 121. Mara Romero Borella defeated Kalindra Faria by submission via rear naked choke in the 1st round. The fight that makes the most sense for Mara Romero Borella is to face Jessica Eye next. Jessica Eye was supposed to face Paige Van Zandt on the same card, but Paige Van Zandt was forced to pull out due to an injury. This will be a great women's flyweight bout, and hopefully we can see it happen early next year. Beneil Dariush faced Evan Dunham, where the fight was ruled a majority draw. I believe a rematch between both fighters would be a fun fight to see again. Both fighters put on a great show for the fans, and hopefully we can see it happen in the future. Let me know which fights you guys would like to see in the comment section below. Thank you.